Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Rage Bakery, the channel where I talk about whatever I feel like. Today, what we have for you is a review of Ancient Nutrition's Bone Broth Protein, particularly the chocolate flavor. Now, as a first note, I would like to talk about the company Ancient Nutrition. Ancient Nutrition was co-founded by Jordan Rubin and Dr. Josh Axe. And as a sort of note for who Rubin and Axe are, they are heavily invested in natural medicine. Both of them have published multiple texts on the benefits of natural medicines and have also been involved in both promoting and selling essential oils. And as a further bit of research into that, they both co-authored a text called Essential Oils, Ancient Medicine, which was published in 2018. And a quote from the teaser that they put on Amazon has me a little bit concerned about how they perceive natural medicine and how they perceive pharmaceuticals. The quote reads, "Instead of relying on prescription medications with numerous dangerous side effects, what if you could opt for a safer, natural alternative to address your health concerns?" And while I do think it's valid to criticize Big Pharma, in particular over issues like what Purdue Pharma did to promote opiate-based painkillers, and the fact that a lot of pharmaceutical companies are actually heavily involved in lobbying for the use of their own products and as interested in keeping their investors happy as they are in actually helping people with their medications, I wouldn't want to trust someone, even if they're a doctor, if they position themselves as being superior to prescription medication because it's natural. So I'm not sure I agree with the mission behind Ancient Nutrition or what Rubin and Axe are actually trying to achieve with the company. It might be that they're just capitalists trying to ride the natural wave, but this particular phrasing does smack to me of being performative naturalism than being truly natural, which I'm going to get back to in a bit. So let's actually talk about the product. So the product here is a protein powder, a protein supplement. It is not a full meal replacement. The front of the package describes it as superfood protein powder made from real bone broth. It is marketed as paleo-friendly. It is certainly also keto-friendly. So, the nutrition, we have 100 calories, of which 20 grams are coming from protein and 2 grams are coming from carbs. One of those carbs takes the form of a sugar, and there's 1 additional gram of fat. All of this is yielded from a chicken bone broth protein concentrate. And that sort of ties into that idea of, well, how is this any more natural than whey? You are still going through a manufacturing process to isolate protein as a powder. But, marketing. So, we also have minute amounts of sodium and potassium here, but as a further note, let's talk about the value of the nutrition that you're getting. So one serving is 20 grams of protein. And if you purchase their product from their website, it's $45 for the tub. And there are 20 servings in that tub, which puts you at a cost of $2.25 per serving. And that's 11.25 cents per gram of protein, which is really, really high. That's really expensive. For some perspective, the Optimum Nutrition's gold standard whey, which is, I think, the most industry standard protein supplement that most people would think of first, can be purchased at $60 per tub for 77 servings. And that has 24 grams of protein per serving and costs 78 cents per serving. Almost a third the cost of this Ancient Nutrition protein supplement. And if we want to get even more specific, 3.25 cents per gram of protein, right? So, and in our cost for protein analysis, it actually is less than a third the cost per gram of protein. So you shouldn't be buying this if you're looking to maximize the value per gram of protein consumed. But let's talk about flavor. So this, I bought the chocolate, and if we actually look at the ingredients, we have the first two ingredients, aside from the chicken bone broth protein concentrate. We have natural chocolate flavor and cocoa powder, and that really effectively describes most of the flavor profile. It tastes somewhere between the sort of fake chocolate that you might think of for like mediocre ice cream and actually tasting like chocolate. So it's sort of both. It's a pretty strong flavor. They recommend mixing one serving with 12 ounces of water. I started with that, and it is very strong. The other primary flavor is stevia itself. Stevia is the primary sweetener used here, and as someone who doesn't really like stevia, it was way too much. It was very sweet for me personally. But it wasn't bad, and it became much better as it became more dilute. I usually dilute my protein supplements, so that actually works well. I'm usually mixing it with 20 to 24 ounces of water instead of just 12 or 10, or some manufacturers even recommend 8 ounces of water for their supplement. So I found that diluting the Ancient Nutrition protein made it much more palatable for me personally. If you like very sweet and very intense flavors, then this is probably a good choice for you from a flavor standpoint, especially if you're okay or even like stevia. Now, as far as texture goes, the texture was actually really good. It mixed very easily. It had an additional sort of creaminess to the texture without being too thickening, and I certainly didn't have to try too hard to get it to mix with water. So texture was solid, and I think a lot of people would actually enjoy the flavor of this supplement a lot. So, my qualms aside, I think their labs did a good job of designing this particular product for the mainstream consumer who tries it. Okay. So, Flavor and texture aside, that's pretty much it. Uh, the final sort of thought here is, would I recommend this product? Not really, but we have it's a good product, but it's very expensive. It's very sweet. It I don't really personally agree with the philosophies that the co-founders of the company use, and that's something I actually deeply care about. I think it's important that everybody think about the ideals and missions that their money might represent based on how and who they're spending it on. Um, so, and as a sort of final thought, you're only getting 20 grams of protein per serving, and if you somehow think that like chicken bone broth protein is going to be more bioavailable than whey or pea protein or rice, there are so many isolates out there. Most of them have a high enough bioavailability that that really shouldn't be part of the reason that you're buying this product. I think that's really just trying to appeal to a select market. It's trying to appeal to upmarket folks who are willing to spend over $2 per serving of protein. And if that's what they want to do, then they're certainly welcome to do it. So, yeah. Ancient Nutrition, it's all right. I wouldn't spend any more of my own money on it. I did buy that package. Certainly they haven't asked me to review this product. So, uh, you know, but I wouldn't spend any more money on it of my own anyway. So, there you go. If you want to share your thoughts in the comments below, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe, maybe find other places where the Rage Bakery hangs out, on Twitch, on Twitter, on Instagram. And if maybe you feel differently, you could always, hit the dislike button and never watch my content again. That's also okay. But take care of yourself. Talk to you soon.